This is what my take on having a narcissistic family is like. This is my experience. I don't even have time to give you the whole experience because it goes all the way back so far to when I was a little kid and my dad and his mom are like the ultimate fucking mother-son narcissist duo. But this is not the story for that, because that like I said, that's gonna take way too long. I'm gonna talk about how my aunt on my mother's side is a straight fucking narc for no reason. Like, she pretends to be like, oh my god, I'm Miss Susie Homemaker, I have the best life ever, I have a husband who I cheat on all the time and rub it in his face. She cheats on him with her boss from work, and then guess who she texts every night while she's at home? Guess who she talks about in front of his family? Guess who she talks about in front of her family? The guys at work. The guys at work. Like, Jesus, even if you're not fucking them, like, you talk about them way too much. You on their dick figuratively, if not literally. But anyways, so my aunt, the narcissist cheater. So, okay, my mom died when I was a young girl. My grandma had 2 kids, my aunt and my mom. So when my grandma died, she had it in her will that everything that was supposed to be my mom's half was supposed to be split between me and my brother. That includes the house she had her whole life. But because my aunt became power of attorney towards the end of my grandma's life, because my grandma's mental health was suffering, she had like dementia. So she really did need a power of attorney. Nothing wrong with that. However, my aunt, being the power of attorney, sold my grandma's house while my grandma was still alive. Didn't even tell my grandma. I remember I told my grandma, and she was like in shock. I mean, of course she had dementia, so you couldn't like take it too serious, but I know for a fact, like in my grandma's eyes, I knew for a fact my aunt did not tell her that she sold her house. So once she sold the house while she had the power of attorney while my grandma was still alive, that money is her money now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is no house in the will no more. The house is sold. That money is not accounted for anymore, because as far as legally goes, it's my grandma's still alive, my aunt has power of attorney, now it's all their cash. You know what I'm saying? Like, so of course my aunt naturally buys herself a new house with the money up in PA, and then lets her two kids move in. Meanwhile, I'm facing homelessness and eviction like constantly, because I'm out here on my own struggling, okay, with no real family. And my aunt knows that. Of course she knows that, and she likes it that way. But then, so she's gonna sit there on partially her inheritance, but partially mine and my brother's inheritance for my grandma that we're never gonna see, because like I said, she already bought a house with it. So, and then she's gonna text me like, oh, well, we didn't really get along last time we lived together, so you can't stay with me, but I'll keep your cats for you while you're homeless. And I'm like, you know what? As long as my cats are okay, I'm gonna be fine. Because that's like, it's like if I had children, that's, you know what I'm saying? As long as I don't have children, but it'd be like, as long as my kids are okay, I'm gonna be fine. But you know what God told me? Her kids aren't gonna be fine. The crazy thing is, she pretends like she's my grandma so much, like, oh, I'm like the, big mum or some weird ass shit of the family. I'm gonna keep everything in check. Except she is living in PA in a haunted fucking house, doesn't talk to no one, doesn't keep no one in check, doesn't make sure no one's okay, lives in her own weird little bubble where she does fucked up shit to people, like steal their inheritance, buy a new house with it, cheat on her husband. You know what I'm saying? And he just is like, yeah, you know what? I think if we buy a new house and you keep your same job, I think we can get over the affair. Because all they care about is painting this pretty picture. And let me tell you, even an outsider looking in can tell you the picture is not pretty. It's disgusting. It's ugly. You can tell that she's a narcissist. He is her biggest enabler, and he's a weak-ass pussy bitch. Tell him I said that. And her 2 kids, depending on what day it is, are the damn devil. Like, they can... they don't have any like backbone, they don't have any enforce to do right. So if they do right one day, you caught them on a good day. But most of the time they're sneaky little bitches just like her. But the crazy thing is, she's gonna get her karma, because even she wants to she's nothing like my grandma. My grandma would never let me go homeless, okay, and would always take care of her family, no matter how much she thinks she didn't get along with them, when maybe she was the problem in the first place. But anyways, my aunt is gonna learn. When she suffers the way my grandma did by losing a child, she's going to learn, oh, wait, I was nothing like my mom, but I wanted to act like I was like her for a power trip, so I had to suffer like her. Okay, get ready. Your karma is coming. A whole storm of it. It's brewing.